Hello everybody, Ben here, and welcome to another trailer breakdown slash review in slow motion. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Jurassic World trailer, doing it in slow motion of course. And here we can see some type of facility up on the cliffs on Isla Nublar. Chris Pratt here messing with some velociraptors. This is really cool to see him as a sort of animal trainer. There's a lot of dialogue in this trailer. If you haven't seen the original trailer, check out the link in the description. It'll take you to it. But it's really cool to see Chris Pratt here. I love Chris Pratt in Guardians and even Parks and Rec and shows like that. He's becoming one of my favorite sort of actors, and it's really cool to see him here, sort of controlling these velociraptors. So this movie is going to be a lot about a singular dinosaur, but just sort of seeing him with the velociraptors. There's going to be a lot of different dinosaurs in it, but the one main bad guy, so to speak, is just this one genetically modified dinosaur. And this is pretty funny seeing the trailer. I recommend going and watching it in regular speed. It's pretty funny. But he's talking about having to relate to the dinosaurs. So obviously he has a lot of experience in dealing with different types of dinosaurs. So as you go through the sort of opening credits here of the trailer, we get to have a look here at the parks. This reminds me a lot of different theme parks like, Universal or Disney World, places like that, where the main thoroughfare with all the different stores and attractions and things like that. So this is obviously, I think they mention in this trailer, there's something like 20,000 people on the island. So this is a huge theme park with a bunch of different attractions, including, safari tours, things like that. I like the idea in this next shot of sort of this tree limb that's been sort of hollowed out and has the windows in it that people can stand there and watch. Very similar to like an aquarium or something like that, where you can see, or just a zoo where you can see different animals. And here we get a shot of the T-Rex sort of eating the goat, which harkens back to the original Jurassic Park movie. We get another shot here of the mosasaur, again going back to that sort of aquarium theme, the zoo theme with the huge viewing area. If you've ever been to a large aquarium, you can go in, you can have a look at the whales and the fish and stuff. Imagine going to look at a mosasaur that's like eating. It'd be awesome. So here they go. They're talking about the genetic modification, the hybrid that they make. Now these things are really cool. These sort of sphere ball things that people can ride. I mean, they're very futuristic, but pretty cool to see. And they're going to make an appearance later in the trailer as well. So here we get a look, kind of a close-up of the eyes or the face kind of shrouded by the bushes of the main bad guy. I keep saying bad guy, bad dinosaur, the antagonist in the movie. And see Chris Pratt sort of feeling the claw marks and everything like that. And in the trailer, if you watch it in regular speed, they're talking about how there was two of them, and Chris Pratt says, what happened to the other one? And, this bad dinosaur ate the other dinosaur. So I can't quite figure out why they go into the enclosure. It's very interesting, like they never went into the T-Rex enclosure or anything like that, but obviously a couple of guys here have gone in, Chris Pratt and this other dude in the safety hat, they've gone into the enclosure for some reason while the dinosaur was still in there. Maybe they thought she'd already escaped. I don't know exactly what the reasoning is, but Chris Pratt barely gets out. And, they're now, gets out but doesn't get out fast enough. So this seems to be how the dinosaur escapes in the first place from its enclosure. But the question still it needs to be asked, why did they go into the pen in the first place? So here we can see people are freaking out. Bad stuff's obviously happening. Chris Pratt diving to safety underneath his Jeep. And now the hunt is on. All these highly trained guys going through the forest trying to track down the dinosaur. Interesting, they're talking about the intelligence of the creature here. That's his tracking device that has been pulled, like the dinosaur took it out of its own skin, and Chris Pratt is saying, how did it know how to do that? And Chris Pratt's saying, well, it remembered where it was put in. So obviously this dinosaur is incredibly intelligent, uses traps, and is also very, very powerful. There you can see this guy getting totally just picked up, eaten, and looks like Craig there is pretty screwed. So, it looks like there's going to be a good mix of sort of action with suspense, a little bit of maybe horror mixed in as, they're going through the woods being hunted. And here we can see different dinosaurs that have been killed by this large dinosaur for sport. The genetically modified dinosaur is just hunting. Interesting scene here. For whatever reason, these two boys are still in their little sphere, but they've gone off track, they've gone off course. Something's gone wrong, maybe the power's gone out. They're right here in the middle of the woods. Whether or not they have any control over this sphere, I don't know. But you can see the reflection on the glass there of the dinosaur being behind them, and they're going to freak out as it busts through the glass here. The movie does come out June 12th in the United States, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know how much control they have here of the sphere thing, but it looks like there's some. I'm going to get the name of the dinosaur wrong. I think these are ankylosaurs or ankylosaurs, but they're being chased by something there in the background. That looks more like a T-Rex. It doesn't have the talons and everything of the genetically modified thing, but for whatever reason, they're all running through the forest. People panicking. Some more. That guy just gets grabbed and picked up, and that's not good for him. So now they're talking about not having enough guns, not having enough boats, and we can see the dinosaur quite clearly here. Big talons, huge jaw. Looks like it's already eaten a couple of dudes if you look at the blood and everything on the teeth and everything. And that guy is crunched. So Chris Pratt is just a badass in this movie, and here he is on his motorcycle with the velociraptors coming along and helping things out. We've already seen this scene in a previous trailer, but still very cool. I don't know what level of control he has over the velociraptors, but just seeing that is really cool. It looks like there's going to be a lot of sequences here with gunfire and people being armed, and rocket launchers and explosions and really cool stuff here in the trailer, but it doesn't look like much of it helps, especially when this helicopter crashes through the glass dome that is in the... are these pteranodons or pterodactyls or whatever they are? Some other dinosaurs in there as well, but that's how they seem to all get out. And here we can see a female character running, and you can see the large feet of the bad dinosaur behind her. There is the dinosaur again, these boys, and very, very cool trailer. It looks to be a good mix of sort of action and sort of the suspense that sort of was big in the first trailer. Now, here's something interesting as well. I don't know how much control Chris Pratt has over these velociraptors, but these look like velociraptors chasing some kind of ambulance, and even attacking this guy right here. Now, whether or not, see, this guy looks different from the other guards or the other security forces on the island. So I don't know if he's some kind of mercenary or something that maybe Chris Pratt has told the velociraptors to attack, or if the velociraptors only listen to Chris Pratt, or I don't know exactly what's going on there, but interesting as well. So there's the big dinosaur again, yelling at the pterodactyls or pteranodons or whatever they're called. And of course they all escape and go over here, the main part of the island with all the people are, and they're going to start swooping people up and taking them away. It looks like a very cool sequence. These people just getting dragged out of the way. Chris Pratt here, heavily armed, some type of shotgun on his back, or maybe a rifle. Yeah, it looks like a rifle with a scope. And then he's got some type of carbine or maybe a machine gun here with a red dot sight. So it looks like he's going to be heavily armed in this sequence. And here is the mosasaur again, crunching down on a... I don't know if these are pteranodons or pterodactyls. Somebody school me in dinosaur knowledge. I'm not 100% sure, but... And that's the trailer ends. And Jurassic World coming out on June 12th in the US. And I am extremely excited for it. It looks to be a very, very, very fun, good movie. Excitement rating, I would give it probably about a 9 out of 10. Very excited for it. I've always enjoyed the Jurassic Park movies, and can't wait to see this one as well. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know what you think about this movie, and as always, I'll talk to you in the next one.